So during this hour, we've heard about the groundbreaking and life-saving services that make Swedish a destination for patients looking for hope and healing. One reason is the skill and dedication to improving patient outcomes. I recently had the opportunity to tour the Simulation Center at Providence, Swedish, built to provide education and training for nurses. We are at the state-of-the-art medical unit here in Providence, Swedish. The only difference is none of the patients here are real. Welcome to the Simulation Center, or Sim Center. Hi, Renee.
How are you?
We are so excited to be here. This place is literally incredible. Tell us how everything you do here helps nurses and then, of course, the patients as well.
So the purpose of our Simulation Center is to educate and train our newest nurses in addition to our experienced nurses. As we know that there's lots of experiences that don't occur right away out in the real world. So being able to replicate those types of scenarios in a safe place with realistic equipment is our purpose and our vision.
I mean, talk about replicating everything you would see in a hospital. You see right here, down to all the equipment and carts and everything, right?
It is, and we have an incredible team between our program manager and our sim techs that create, for much of their innovation, equipment and technologies to help improve learning.
So what do you cover here? Everything, pediatrics, everyone?
We include all our specialty areas. So we have a residency and fellowship program for our L&D nurses, ED, critical care, telemetry. We also do a lot of training with specialty-specific ICU level care. We do resuscitation, for example, our neonatal resuscitation.
When I see what you can do with these mannequins, if you will, everything from their breathing, their sweating, they have a pulse, everything. And you have all different types of mannequins, from adults to children to even infants, right?
Absolutely. We want to create realistic and diversity. So we've got patients, they have a whole scenario of backgrounds. We also have assessment that our nurses need to complete. So different vital signs, they have different pulse rates, they can get different blood pressures. We want to ensure that our nurses are able to pick up on those cues, so we're able to manipulate our mannequins to be able to demonstrate that.
I understand that this 11,000 square foot unit actually played a key role in training during the pandemic, right?
It was so critical for us to pivot in the moment to do learning outside of the clinical space, particularly with the influx of patients that we had. So our simulation center was just so instrumental in providing that education and training. Additionally, we took this to Seattle University and Lumen Field when we did our vaccine clinics. We wanted to ensure that we had a robust workforce and process, and so our sim team came on site and was able to allow us to replicate what it would be to take a patient through the immunization process, and that's how we were so efficient.
Oh my goodness, and probably so helpful to so many people. What are some of the other ways that Providence Swedish is really supporting the educational development of our nurses?
Well, education and professional development is key. We know that nurses can work almost anywhere, and so we want to ensure that they have a great learning experience. I'm very proud of our fellowship program. So once you're a nurse, you get a lot of great training, but what if you want to do something different? So for example, if you're an L&D nurse, what if you want to do emergency department? So this center allows us training for those nurses who want to try a different specialty area and give them both the simulation, the didactic classes, and the clinical experience to do so.
I had no idea. That makes perfect sense. When I think about what all the nurses do for us every day. I mean, when anyone has gone to a hospital and they've woken up from a surgery or they've been in a place that's hard, yes, you see your doctor, but it's really the nurses who you're spending the time with. And I think a lot of people recognize that during COVID. You really supported your nurses here at Swedish. How are you continuing to support them now?
I would say it's harder now to be a nurse than it was during the pandemic. During the pandemic, we had a vision. We were brought together to really care for patients in a very traumatic time. Now, after a pandemic, there's trauma. We have nurses with PTSD. They had significant experiences working in a very different environment than they had ever before. So mental health and well-being has been incredibly important, and Providence Swedish has invested a lot of money in mental health resources. We've got Code Lavender, so our nurses can call and debrief after traumatic experiences. We're developing respite rooms. So really reinvesting time and energy into our nurses so that they are also well.
what would you say to aspiring nurses who want to work at Swedish?
Absolutely. Well, any aspiring nurse, I say, welcome to the best and the most amazing profession. We need you. We want you. Healthcare has a lot to, we're broken, and there's a lot that we need to do to improve how we increase accessibility. And nurses have the skill set, the innovation to be able to do that. So I'd say, come on board. We welcome you.
And for more information on nursing opportunities at Swedish, you can go to the website you see right there on your screen. And that simulation center is really an important resource built through the generosity of donors at the Swedish Foundation.